Hi guys, Colleen at Walking the Resonant Path here. I just wanted to do a book review of a book that I've just finished my second reading of. I read this years ago and I reread it now, and it is Clarissa Pinkola Estes' book, Women Who Run with the Wolves. And I'll just read the back first and then I'll talk about it. The wild woman carries with her the bundles for healing. She carries everything a woman needs to be and know. She carries the medicine for all things. Women Who Run with the Wolves shows how feminine wilderness is both a necessary, positive and a necessary quality for women to carry and cultivate. Clarissa Estes argues that women's genuine nature has been repressed for centuries by a value system that trivializes emotional truth, intuitive wisdom, and instinctual self-confidence. A Jungian analyst and a storyteller of many years' standing, Dr. Estes draws on a huge range of myths and stories to teach us how we can reclaim and rejoice in our true feminine power. By relating the messages of time-honoured stories such as Bluebeard, the Red Shoes, and the Woman with the Golden Hair to our contemporary lives, she shows us how we can awaken within the depths of our soul one who is both magic and medicine. Now, I really love this book because it tells you about a woman's psyche through fairy tales, and she talks about fairy tales in a wonderful way, which is something that I really love. And the way she talks about fairy tales and tells you about fairy tales is through the way she's heard it, which I really love, because she just tells you, like, this is the way my auntie told the story. This is the way a man I met sitting on the side of the road in Mexico tells a story. This is the way my Hungarian godmother told a story. Things like that. And so I really love it, because even if you know the stories like Bluebeard or Red Shoes, or the Red Shoes, she tells it in a completely different way, and it's the way she's heard it handed down, or the way she heard it from a stranger, or the way she heard it from a friend. And that's something I really love about this book. And because she's a Jungian analyst, you may think it may be too hard for you, but it's not, because she explains everything she means about the woman's psyche and how their souls have been repressed and how they can get back to getting reconnected to the wild women within their souls. And don't just think this book is for women, because men can get a lot out of it too, because sometimes men's souls are repressed and they don't feel free. She very much speaks about women, but she also speaks about men's part in this, and how they can, if they're good men, how they can help women reconnect, and also how they can reconnect to who they are. So that's really good that way. Another thing I loved is not only the stories she tells and the way she tells them, but the stories that she tells after the stories. So as she's explaining how these fairy tales help you understand a woman's psyche, as she's like explaining that bit, she tells other stories within that, other little tales like La and Mariposa and things like that. So you know other stories. And what I really love is the way her different cultures come through, because Clarissa Pinkola Estes, as well as being a Jungian analyst, she happens to be an Indigenous American woman and also a Latino American woman. So those things come through. And she was also adopted by a Hungarian couple. And so that comes through as well. So all those different cultures and things come through. And I really love that. And yes, this is another 5 cauldron book. I would definitely give it 5 cauldrons, because I really think it's wonderful. Maybe I didn't get as much out of it in the second reading, but I did still get a lot out of it in the second reading, and I love it. But in my first reading, I was probably at a time where I needed it more, but I did get a heap out of it the first time I read it. And it's a really wonderful book, and it really helps you connect back with your wild nature as a woman or as just a human being. Well, I just wanted to say 5 cauldrons for Women Who Runs with the Wolves, Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And I hope you read this or read something else today, or do whatever resonates within your soul. Have a great day. Bye now.